All right, so I'm going to go over here real quick and restart this. I'm just going to go through it.
As
There's some
mission
learning
director,
slides right
your
here.
first
You can have
task is
closed
to prepare
captioning
the
up
crew
here.
and
It covers
spacecraft
that.
for the
So you may
140
want to take that
million
off,
mile
but I
journey
just
to
covered this.
Mars. Every decision here
Just go through this. You can choose up to two. I have some other logic that controls the buttons.
the launch window is your gateway to Mars.
Another learning
You can
slide.
choose two of three.
Um, let's see. Let's choose a view. So I go over here. You can see that it's collecting the information as
You're
I'm
now
doing
in
this.
orbit. Every
And you
choice
can
affects the crew, the
look at this if
mission,
you want,
and your resources.
And choose your
As you approach
courses.
Mars orbit,
We're running it
communication with
into
Earth
some
becomes your
problems. So
lifeline. You're ready to land on Mars in a stable spacecraft.
I think
Your
that's
final
wrong,
action is to bring the crew down safely.
yeah. So you can see that right over here, it's collecting all the information.
The spacecraft descended smoothly into Mars's atmosphere, thrusters firing in perfect sync. It touched down gently on the red plains, and the crew stepped out to a flawless sunrise. Mission accomplished. Mars is theirs.
I organized my logic by layers because if I have like 20 execute JavaScript triggers, I have to go into every single one to look. This one right here is, so this right here is the quick stuff where you can just change things right here without having to dig through it. But if you want to dig through it, it's just down a little bit. This is the decision variables it's looking at. It's breaking into groups. Right here is the CSS stuff. This is stuff that may or may not apply to your course, so you can figure out which functions you need. So this is going to be some the CSS that's mostly controlled from right up here, but you can control it right there as well. This is the HTML that is over here. So we got mission report HTML, mission report, mission phases, and it goes right over here. So phase one, and I probably should just get rid of phase. Let's get rid of those. They were useful before, but now they may not make sense because by the end of this course, it goes 5 and 7. We didn't do. There's two different ways. If you can survive, you can have standard ones. So that's what's supposed to be over here. This stuff is for something I had, but I need probably take it away, where I had a print function as well. But yeah, you can keep that and figure out how to put a button back on. Yeah, so that's pretty much all you need to know. The choice is rendered on every single slide. And yeah, that's how you hack the glossary tab. And let's see, just gonna briefly go into here. So I got this button logic. It's gone through quite a few things. So it has button call back up recovery team. This is my attempt to make it ACA compliant, but also use it for programming. And right here is the variable, so it will turn that one to true or false this is on the map it looks at. And I'll show you this code later. I'm not including it into my blog just yet, but I'd like to get your thoughts on that. And this is the same thing, but just for the buttons that aren't choices. So like the next button and the learning buttons. I just had it start with next instead of button. So if I go into this and I go to accessibility, it says sometimes you're selecting inside, so let me try selecting, there you go, button, and then it has that text. And if it goes right here, this one just says, that's weird. Okay, that says next. And yeah, so if we go into one of these ones, that's going to be next start. I could probably put next handle crisis. This stuff isn't important afterwards, but it's just there for ACA reasons. It's just trying to look for something to grab onto. But yeah, thank you and have a great day.